Welcome to the deep dive. You've sent us your sources, and we're here again to pull up the key bits, get you up to speed fast. Today, we're really digging into a document you shared. Looks like an investment opportunity based in Dubai.
That's right. And it's not just numbers, is it? It's looking at, well, potential return, sure, but also owning a piece of a business, maybe even residency. The source lays out different investment amounts, what they project you'd get back, how that ties into living there, ownership stuff, and yeah, actual examples of the businesses.
Exactly. So if you're the kind of person who wants to, grasp the core value quickly without wading through tons of detail, this is for you. Okay, let's unpack it. Starting with that first number they mentioned, $55,000.
Yeah, the 55K entry point. What jumps out immediately is the return they talk about, $5,500 back within the first 5 months. And interestingly, they structure that with post-dated checks. Gives it a tangible feel right away, doesn't it?
Yeah, post-dated checks, so a sort of guarantee there. That return, 5,500 on 55,000 in 5 months, that's 10% pretty quick. But it's not just that initial payout, is it?
No, not at all. That same $55,000 investment, according to this, also gets you a 10% lifetime ownership stake in an actual operating business in Dubai.
Lifetime ownership.
Okay.
And how does that work in practice? Does it mean income?
That's the idea. It's meant to translate into a steady monthly income, kicking in from month 6 onwards. The document gives a range, says between $1,400 and $2,200 a month. So you get that initial return, then this ongoing payment stream.
Right. And there's another big piece at this level, the residency. It mentions a free UAE residency visa just for the investor.
Yep, included. And they make a point of saying it's not just a one-off, it's apparently renewable, and there might even be ways to, upgrade it later.
Interesting. So beyond the money, it's a potential foothold in Dubai itself.
Exactly. And don't forget that 10% equity. If the business does well, grows, then your stake could become more valuable over time, too. It's not just about the monthly payout.
Okay, if that makes sense for the $55,000 level, then the document moves up through other tiers, right, with more benefits. Let's look at the next one, $110,000. What changes there?
Well, it scales up, pretty much as you'd expect. At $110,000, that initial 5-month return doubles to $11,000. Your ownership stake goes up, too, to 15%.
Okay, 15%. And the monthly income?
That also increases. The range they give is $2,200 up to $3,000 per month. And another thing, the residency benefit now covers 2 people, not just one. Plus, they throw in a week of free travel.
Ah, the travel perk. That's different. Adds a bit of a lifestyle angle. Okay, what about the tier after that? $170,000.
So $170,000, the initial return is stated as $17,000. Ownership jumps to 20%. And that monthly income range goes up again, looks like $3,300 to $4,700.
And the residency? Still scaling.
Yeah, now it covers the whole family, according to the source. And the free travel bumps up to 2 weeks. So yeah, a clear pattern. Invest more, get, more across the board.
Definitely seems like it. Now, the next couple of levels, $220,000 and $280,000, they introduce something called the Golden Visa. What's the deal with that?
Right, the Golden Visa. That's a big one. It's a 10-year residency visa for the family. The document says this kicks in after 8 months for both the 220K and 280K levels.
10 years. That's significant stability. So for the $220,000 investment, what are the specifics there?
Okay, 220K. Initial return is $22,000. Ownership is 30%. Monthly income sees a big jump. $7,000 to $9,700 projected, and the travel is 1 week every season. Plus that gold visa after 8 months.
1 week every season. Wow. And the top tier mentioned $280,000.
That's the highest level in this document. Initial return, $28,000. Ownership hits 40%. And the monthly income range is the widest, $11,000 to $16,500. You still get the 10-year golden visa for the family after 8 months, and the travel perk doubles to 2 weeks every season.
Okay. So, a very clear progression there. Higher investment, higher ownership, higher potential income, better residency, more travel.
Got it. Let's shift focus a bit. The document talks about safety, profitability, investing in businesses that are already making money. How does that work?
Yeah, this is a key point they emphasize. Your money isn't going into a brand new startup with all the risks that involves. The idea is it's used to acquire businesses that already have a track record. They're profitable.
Acquire them, so you're buying into something established.
Exactly. Through a legal agreement. Your investment is directly tied to something that's already generating revenue. So theoretically, it cuts down some of that initial risk.
And it's not just buy and hold, right? They mention a team involved.
Correct. There's mention of an expert team marketing, operations people, whose job is to basically take these established businesses and, well, boost their growth, make them more profitable.
So the aim is active growth, not just coasting. That seems to be the implication. which, if successful, benefits you directly through potentially higher monthly income and increased value of your share.
And for you, the investor, it sounds pretty hands-off.
That's definitely how it's presented. You're a partner, you have real ownership, you get monthly profit payouts, but the day-to-day running, that's handled by the management team. It's designed as passive income.
Which is appealing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Now, to make it more concrete, they list examples of the kinds of businesses involved. It's quite a list.
It really is. You've got high-end beauty salons, restaurants, Iranian and international cuisine car rentals, auto repair centers. What else? Pet care and grooming, IT and software firms, trading companies, HR agencies, even mini chain stores, and clinics, dental centers with existing patients.
Wow, that's incredibly diverse, from beauty salons to IT to clinics.
It suggests there may be diversifying the portfolio, spreading the risk across different sectors. And it also, as the document hints, opens up this possibility for you to potentially invest in an area you actually know something about or, have an interest in.
Yeah, I can see how that might appeal. Okay, but investing overseas. Security is always a huge question. What does the document say about protecting the investor's capital?
They address that, yeah. They highlight a few things. First, a legally binding three-party contract that spells everything out. Second, those post-dated checks we mentioned earlier, drawn on a proper registered UAE business account. That's quite tangible.
Right, the checks again. What else?
They also talk about transparent financial reporting, so you can see the numbers. And having a professional team, accounting, legal, management overseeing things to ensure it's all above board.
Okay, so they seem to have thought about the common worries. Finally, they sort of summarize who this whole thing might be best suited for. Did any particular groups jump out at you?
Well, a few, really. Obviously, people looking for passive income without having to run the business themselves. Then there are those specifically wanting UAE residency, combined with an income source in AED or maybe US dollars.
Makes sense. Anyone else?
Investors who want actual ownership in a Dubai business, not just, say, stocks or bonds. They want a piece of a real company. And, like we just discussed, maybe someone who likes the idea of investing in a specific field like restaurants or tech, that's on their list.
Right. Okay, so let's try and sort of wrap up what we've pulled from this source. We're looking at an investment opportunity in Dubai, tiered entry starting at $55K. Key features seem to be fairly quick initial returns via those checks, ongoing monthly income based on lifetime ownership percentages, and these scaling UAE residency options, including the golden visa at higher tiers.
Exactly. And the whole model is built around acquiring existing profitable businesses and then trying to grow them further with a dedicated team, while you, the investor, take a passive role but hold real equity. Plus those safeguards, like the contract and the checks.
It's a mix of things, isn't it? Short-term return, long-term income, business ownership, residency.
Yeah, multifaceted proposition, definitely.
So as you're listening to this, what part of this setup really catches your attention? Is it that fast initial payout, or maybe the idea of owning part of a business somewhere like Dubai, but without the hassle of running it? Or is it really the residency aspect that's the big draw?
And maybe take it a step further. How might having a stake in an international business, plus that potential residency, how could that actually shift your own longer-term plans, financially or even just personally? Something to think about, maybe.
Good question. Well, if this deep dive has sparked your interest and you want to look into it more, the source document did provide contact details, a WhatsApp number, and a website. You can track those down if you want to start exploring it further yourself.